What is up, car addicts? In this video, I'm going to be explaining to you guys that I'm going to be changing the way I do the top speed drag race testing to see the difference between most of the cars in the game when a new car comes out. As many of you know, if you've been on my channel for a while, or even recently, when a new car comes out, I test it against almost, for example, the Wagner that came out recently. I did about 20 drag races that I posted, and it gets kind of redundant. I mean, it's nice to see the side-by-side comparison, but I think, quite frankly, it's gotten very repetitive, and it's kind of spam in a way. A lot of you guys were complaining, and I agree as well. It's also a lot on me, you know, with me and Edub and I to go back and forth testing those over and over again for 3 hours straight. It takes a lot of time. So I'm going to be changing the way I test the vehicles in a straight line. And I feel that this is going to be a better way to introduce, and not just top speed, but as well as acceleration. And as you guys see right here on screen, I'm showing the last mile of this track. When I originally did the top speed drag race testing, the red signs, of, if you've read the description, they're supposed to be a quarter mile, half mile, 1 mile away from each other. But from what I've read and from what I've noticed, I didn't really notice it at first, was that stun races are valued at double the distance of a regular race. For some reason, I don't know why, it says it is double the distance when it's really not. So, an example, if you're still a little confused, let's say you have from point A to point B, the same exact distance, and that distance is, let's say, in a regular race or in free roam, which is the same, by the way, it's 1 mile. But in a stun race, that same exact distance from point A to point B, it says it's 2 miles. I don't know why that's happening. I don't know if that's intentional on Rockstar's part, if they wanted stun races to seem longer. I don't know why, but this street testing, it's 6 miles, but it's really not. It's only 3 miles long, the straight. And the top speed testing I've been posting for a while, I said it was 5 miles, but it's really 2.5 miles because of Rockstar's, I don't know why, you know, but it is what it is. And I've made the stun race, but I just cut all the distances in half. And you can tell when a car gets a 11-second quarter mile, for example, versus a 5-second quarter mile. That's impossible in real life. So it makes a lot more sense now, and it's the same in free roam. See, I'll put a chart on the screen in a few seconds. I tested all the Sports Classics vehicles for the new Sports Classics car that's coming out tomorrow. That's all the vehicles right there on screen. You might have to turn your quality up a little bit to be able to see it properly. But as you see, I have, right next to the vehicle, I have an average. So what I did was I got an average from the quarter mile, half, 1, 2, 3 time. I averaged all of them to give you an average per car for the best acceleration and top speed. A lot of people always say, oh, top speed doesn't matter. But now what I've done here is I've combined both of them. So I give you an average of acceleration and top speed. As you can see, many of you know the Z-Type is the king of top speed. You can see right there with the 3 mile time, it completely demolished all the other vehicles. But its lack of acceleration in comparison to the Turismo and Coquette Classic puts it in third because of the average time that I'm going by. So I hope you guys see what I'm trying to improve on here. So it's not just top speed anymore. It's speed testing. It's no longer top speed testing, it's speed testing. Speed as far as acceleration and top speed and mid acceleration in the 1 mile and half mile. And I really hope this helps you guys to find the better car for you for straight line speed, because now you can see that it's acceleration and top speed. It's a combination of both. And another disclaimer I wanted to get out of the way is that for me to do this 100% consistently and to help you, I do get the boost at the start of the race like I've done in the past. The reason I do that is so that each car has a completely fair start and all of them are launched with the same exact force. I don't want, for example, some people just say, oh, just floor it. Then you have a lot of wheel spin, and you're going to give the all-wheel drive car the example. When I do the supercar testing, you're going to give the all-wheel drive car the advantage, and that's not right. And then we'll do a handbrake launch. Well, handbrake launches can vary. You're never going to have a 100% consistent handbrake launch in every single car. It's never going to happen. You sit there trying 30 times, and you're not going to get 100% consistent time between 20 different sports classics vehicles. It's just not going to happen. So I decided that the boost start is the best way. And it also helps you because, as we all know, in all races you can get the boost start. You can't turn off the boost start, and the host cannot turn it off. It's always there. So that's why I use the boost start. And this is how I'll be doing speed test comparisons from now on. No more spamming with 25 videos of the same thing. It'll just be one video comparing it. I'll add it into the spreadsheet, and then I'll put it on screen. And I will also have a link directly to the spreadsheet and every single one of these speed testing videos in the comment section and the description down below. So if something changes, if I change something, that's the best way for you to see what I've changed, and I'm always change stuff on there before I post the video. And I did, with these speed tests, I did put 3 attempts into each vehicle, and I got the best time from each one. So I didn't just do one test and say, oh, that's it, that's the time. No, I actually put in some effort, because I know that sometimes it's a little inconsistent here and there. And as you saw, I try to make the grid as straight as possible. I do very, very, very minimal steering inputs. Very minimal. So that's it, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow when the new Grotti Cheetah Classic comes out. It's going to be awesome. We'll post some videos on that, as well as with the new comparison I have made for you guys. So again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.